Today I'm going to discuss something that all of us unfortunately have to go through at one point or another: mites. Ladies and gentlemen of the reptile hobby, today I'm going to discuss what I discovered in my collection, which are mites, and how I'm going through to eradicate the infection and infestation. So what happened about a week and a half ago, I had my purple passion ball python with me, just handling her as always, and noticed there was a couple of black spots within her scales. Upon further and more detailed and looking through her scales and investigating, it was mites. So the next day I totally cleaned up all of my reptiles. So I used a product called reptile spray. I'm pretty sure you heard about this. If you look on the internet, there's a lot of information about it. Really good product. So what ended up happening is I bought some reptile spray, clean soap and water inside and outside, because mites climb all over the place, each cage. During that time, I sprayed my reptiles treat them in a rubber container or a plastic container by spraying them and leaving them in. I have the purple passion, I have the white leucistic, I have the Peruvian milk snake, the children's python, the GHI Mojave, and the red-tailed boa. So I noticed the Peruvian milk snake was inside the water dish a lot more than normal, which I thought it was normal because I looked in the water dish, I didn't see any mites, I didn't see anything. I thought, okay, it's a snake, it's a milk snake, likes to soak, leave it be. Unfortunately, that wasn't just the case. After combining my collection on the shelf, I noticed that, like I said, my purple passion, after I had her out, had it. So I did the first cleaning, the first spraying and treatment, and the next day I checked, and I noticed my Peruvian milk snake had a lot of mites around it. Now, it was underneath this water dish. These dog feeding bowls, what I like about them, they have the little area here where they can go underneath. Feeding day was Wednesday, and so what ended up happening is when I fed the Voodoo, which is my Peruvian milk snake, I noticed a lot of mites were moving around it. I noticed that while it was eating the fuzzy, there was a lot of mites popping out of its scales as its skin got extended as it was taking in food. Purple Passion was the other one that had the infection, which I noticed one or two moving. And what I did is, after I cleaned all the cage initially, the first cleaning, I forgot about the coconut husk. I just switched the paper towels all white, just like these right here. After the treatment and cleaning, there was like one or two moving on the paper towel. There was one or two on the glass. And I noticed that this reptile spray really does work. What ended up happening is the ones I found like one or two mites in, I would just try to crush the mite like I did with the others, and of course you could see the blood if they're alive, but the other two were just dust. So obviously this works really well on that. So for the second treatment, and it says there should be a 3-day interval in between treatments, so what I decided to do is take the two that were most infected, the Purple Passion and the Peruvian milk snake. I took the Peruvian milk snake first, treat it with olive oil, just coat it with olive oil, put a little olive oil on the bottom of a plastic tank, and just put them in there while I clean the cage. Only this time, since I just fully scrubbed the cage inside out with soap and hot water, I put it in the bathtub and just sprayed this, saturated the inside of this in all parts, especially the silicone, because if the eggs are in there, that's where most likely they're hidden. And so I did that, let it sit for a good, I would say, 10-15 minutes, and then I washed it out. I haven't noticed any mites the next day after. And also with the Peruvian milk snake, after the treatment with the olive oil, because some of the researchers say on YouTube that the mites can no longer attach to it, and you could use the olive oil a little more sparingly around the mouth and the eyes, and which is what I did, just to make sure not to block the nose. And then after the soaking of that in a tub, I took the Peruvian milk snake into the bathroom and just did a really mild, warm wash over, kind of like a shower, just let it run through my hands so that way I could see if there's any mites, which there was a couple. So the day after that, there was no more mites. It was great. Same thing with my Purple Passion python. I went ahead and cleaned her up, did the same thing, and nothing. So I'm proud to say that I believe all the mites are gone. And to add to this stress, I'm not sure if I added this before, is that my whole family, my wife, my kid, and myself are going to Mexico to visit her family in about a week and a half. So I need to eradicate this because I have a friend that's babysitting my animals, mostly my snakes, and he's not a reptile guy, so he's going to feed them, and that's pretty much it. So anything with cleaning, treating, I'm not going to rely on him to do that. I'm not going to put him through that. I can't buy Prevenamite at this point because none of the local pet stores carry that. It's an aerosol, so the places I can order from, they can't ship it via air because it's an aerosol, it's pressurized, it has to ship on ground. And right now it's Memorial Day weekend, so you can see where this is going. Okay, so here's the first one that we're going to do. I have two containers ready, and on the left side is the Peruvian milk snake hiding underneath the water bowl, and on the right is the GHI Mojave. Now I have to check because these two are about to shed, and with that reptile spray it says do not spray them at least 6 to 12 hours. Some people even recommend a full day after they shed. So I'm going to see first if they shed. If not, I am going to go ahead and start moving this along. Now I'm not going to cover my whole collection. I'm just going to focus on these two. Lightly mist the inside first. Just like that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take out my snake. This is Voodoo. Okay, so what I'm using here to clean it is this product here called 7th Generation. It's non-toxic, doesn't have any, it's free and clear, so it means it doesn't have any perfumes, no bleach, no odor. What I'm going to do is do a light spray of the reptile spray. So again, just make sure to get any nooks and crannies in there. Screen as well. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes now since the snake was in a tub with the reptile spray on. So now what I'm going to do with Voodoo, my Peruvian milk snake, is pour some water, and you can see there's a little Smartie here. And you gotta be careful with milk snakes. They could be skittish. Ooh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm really sorry. He's probably gonna jump, so it's best to keep half the. Yep, there he goes. He is not half the can. Now, don't worry. This is not hot water. I made sure it was like cool. Oh. Dude. I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. Go, please. Okay. Oh yeah. No. You're being a comedy relief actor. Okay. So about for another 10-15 minutes, I'll let them soak in here and then give them a little bath to get that out, and we'll see if I can find any mites, dead mites coming off of them. Okay, so just put him in right there. Do not aim for his head. That's enough. Put it in there. Okay, so now I'm going to rinse off the first terrarium since I'm ready to clean the second one. Pretty chilled out, dude. There you go. Now time to get Voodoo out of his soaking. Of course he's stuck there. And I'm not going to really wash him down. I'm just going to get him in the water and then use a clean paper towel to see if any dead mites are coming off of him. And okay. Ay-ya. Jesus, snake's quick. Okay, please don't pee on me. That's all I really ask. Or poo. It's funny, I wish these snakes sometimes will bite me versus pooing on me, but, well, not always the case. Let's see if we can find any mites on this thing. Here we go. Nope, there's poo. Like I said, emphasis on the doo-doo. Let's see here. That might be a mite there. I'm not 100% certain. Could be his poo.
if you guys can see that. It's right there on the tip. Sorry, I'm a little shaky right now. There it is again. Oop. Either way, it's not moving. I'd have to... Nowadays, you wish you had a magnifying glass, but you can see there are some dots, but it's kind of hard to tell, you know, if those are mites or just dirt or is excrement, so to say. So not 100% sure. So the best thing I do is just keep an eye on him. Like I said, I saw him, well, there he or she is there, and I saw mites crawling on the paper towel like right inside there. So, you know, we'll see. I still got another week or so before I go to Mexico, so I could do another 3-day treatment then too. So now I'm going to get Shadow out from soaking for about 10 minutes and just go ahead and use this paper towel to see if there is any mites. Now, Shadow is more chill. Come on, buddy. Pythons tend not to be... They don't want to slither through. So Shadow is in there. And here is the paper towel. So, pretty much both looking at this at real time. I don't think that's a mite right there. Yeah, I'd say he looks pretty clean. Not finding anything inside the towel. So there you have it. That is the process I go through for this treatment of mites. Basically, you take the first snake, like I said, spray the tub, put the snake in, spray the snake's body, mist it lightly, avoiding the head and the eyes and the mouth. Put that one in, strap it down, 15-minute marker, clean the terrarium. After clean the terrarium, dry it, spray a little more of that reptile mist on there just to make sure you get the silicone in any crevices that the eggs may hide in. And then at the 15-minute marker, start on to your next snake. Go ahead and mist the tub, mist the snake, strap it in, and then by that time, about 10-15 minutes, you want to go ahead and wash out that first terrarium that you sprayed the reptile spray in and dry it. At that point, the first snake should be ready for some water to be put in there to help dilute and remove some of that reptile spray cleaner. And then after that, just take them out about 10 minutes. The other treatment I've done before too as well is run a sink water, lukewarm, just let them run through your hands, and you can see there. I usually do that if I know that they still have mites and seeing how much. I don't really want a paper towel because it's a no-brainer that they're still infested. So 30 minutes total on the second snake. Go ahead and put water in there so that way they could get out of the dilute and remove some of that reptile spray. After 10 minutes, do the same process, put them in. Now I'm not going to cover all my snakes because I got enough of them. So again, this is Galen Tom, and this is how I deal with the mite infestation I recently have. Thank you for watching.